right, well, greetings everybody. Welcome to the Gateway to Grace. This is the monthly free repatterning. My name's Elizabeth Tobin. I'm a certified resonance repatterning practitioner, and I'm here with my friend Leanne. And today, Leanne is going to sit in the seat of transformation. And so what that means is I'm going to be doing the session for Leanne. And you can participate in this session by proxy. And this will give you a good understanding of what a personal private session one-on-one is like. And you'll also be able to experience the transformation because you'll be able to proxy in as well. So I guess what I'll do is just ask people right now to mute themselves and maybe also take yourself off camera, and that way the focus will be right on Leanne. How's that?
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, maybe let's see. Speaker view. Oh, that's interesting. So I think that we're good doing the speaker view, and if I pin this, there we are. And then we can see you guys up top here. Very good. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna do the resonance repatterning. And before we begin, I'm just gonna do a little bit of centering and grounding to create the space for the session. And then we'll move into the session, okay? So I'm just going to ask you to sit back and close your eyes and just connect with your breath, breathing in and out through your nose as deeply as you can. I'm going to adjust my seat a little bit here. That's good. And as you breathe in, breathe all the way down into your lower back. Fill up your belly like a balloon, expanding out at your ribs. Nice long exhales. And now check in with your body and just notice if there's any places of holding or tension. And just breathe into those areas, filling them up with energy and breath and light. And as you breathe out, just breathe out any holding, any tension. And with each exhale, feel yourself release and relax and let go. And now bring your attention into your heart center. And as you breathe in, take in that unconditional love that flows throughout the universe. And as you breathe out, send out that unconditional love that resides within you. So there's a perfect balance, a perfect exchange of energy and love on the inflow and on the outflow. And know that you're surrounded by love, both within and without. And we surround ourselves in the healing energy of divine love. Only our deepest wisdom and highest guidance come through in this session. This session brings about the highest healing, transformation, and coherence for each of our highest and best. and each one of us accepts the full benefit that this session offers. We thank our highest guidance for assisting us in this process. And we give thanks for the gift of resonance repatterning and the greater well-being made possible through this session. And so it is. Okay. So, I'm just gonna mute everybody on entry here to give us a better sound quality. Okay. Good. And now here comes the trash truck, which is kind of appropriate because I think of myself as a multi-dimensional cosmic closet cleaner helping people dump their baggage.
There
right?
you go.
So,
That's pretty good. I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but we have a little bit of noise. We've got the windows open here. We've got a little bit of noise going on out there.
There it goes.
Okay. All righty.
Take our trash.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes. So we're going to repattern what we don't need, right?
Amen.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go. Okay. So I'm just going to ask, may I have your permission to muscle check for you as part of the group field and include you in the session? And you can say yes if you'd like to be included.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. And so the reason I ask permission is because we're in the zone of free will, right? And so engaging our free will is really important. And I think that a lot of times we don't keep the idea or the understanding about the power of our free will in the forefront,
No, I don't think we do.
A lot of people, what will be, and things like that, which is great to go with the flow, but there's also an aspect of engaging our own intention, our own will.
Understanding intention connects with will.
Right. I just read something the other day. I hope I can remember it. It was something to do with, it was like experience, talent, giftedness can take you so far, but without will, they fall short.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're going to see where we're going to go today in the session. So as I mentioned, Leanne is going to be the proxy for the group. I'm going to be doing the session with her. So asking you questions, Leanne, and just say whatever comes to mind, even if it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't seem true. And we'll use the muscle checking just to sort through all of the information, to focus on exactly what you need for your own transformation, and then to ripple that out into the group for what the group needs as well. And I know that you're an empath.
Absolutely.
And you have a big heart, but I just want to remind you, the group is taken care of because the hologram, the field, anticipates the group.
Okay.
And so for you in this session, you don't have to worry about the group, okay? Because the session will take care and give everybody exactly what they need. So just focus in on your own self and what you need in the session, okay?
Okay.
With the understanding that when we're focusing on our highest and best, that also uplifts and benefits the whole. Okay?
That makes total sense. It's like an umbrella.
Yeah. And oftentimes I think we kind of, again, it's going back to that free will aspect. We sometimes kind of like what Laurie was saying, she sent me an email about self-sabotage or self-sacrifice,
Yeah.
And oftentimes empaths, they sacrifice their own
Absolutely.
highest and best
for others. You have to learn your barriers, your boundaries, your limits. Yeah.
Right. And
it's a learning process.
Yeah. And by having strong boundaries, that can actually be a way to be of service to others because it teaches them how we want to be treated.
Well, you have to have strong boundaries, I think, to keep your will strong.
True. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it because others can eat away at it if you let them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Okay. So let's begin. So let's see where we're going to go in the session today. So at this time, it's best for us to start with something from orientation, problems into opportunities, an intention for a new possibility. There is a repatterning that would be best to look at today. Yeah. So I'm using muscle checking to tap into your field and the group field. So you'll see me do this. This would be like a yes or an on. This would be a no or an off. Sometimes I do it this way. So you can think about the repatterning as we're turning off the energy around the negative or the non-coherent patterns, turning on the energy around the positive or the coherent patterns that would be beneficial. So we're going to do a repatterning, and a repatterning it's like a course of inquiry around a specific topic. So we'll see what we need to look at here. So the repatterning that's best for Leanne and the group at this time is something from primary patterns. Yes, okay. So that's where we're going to start.
Primary patterns.
Primary patterns. So let's see. It's something from 1 through 5. It's number 1. We're going to start with the belief repatterning.
Oh.
Yeah.
The basics.
Yes, the basics. That's what these primary patterns are. They're like the primary building blocks. Yeah.
So have to have the building blocks.
Right.
This is like a foundation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if there's something here. And oftentimes these primary patterns are very old patterns. These are patterns that we may have moved into resonance with at a very young age.
Yeah.
They could also be patterns that we inherited through our family system or inherited through the society that we live in.
Yeah, you help me be aware of legacy and what's
Right.
you are born into the world with.
Right.
That has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes a long time to understand that.
Yeah. So I'm just going to check here. The first thing that we need to focus on to start this repatterning, it would be good to start here. Yeah. So we're going to look at a problem or an issue that you're facing. So what problem or issue is up for you?
I think it's change, transition, the push and pull of it, the letting go. And I think we were talking about some loss because you're saying goodbye to people, hopefully just temporarily, but you going somewhere where they're not. And then there's the good part, the excitement.
Right.
So it's a push and pull, and I'm very aware because I'm doing this on my own.
So you're moving.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
And it's really the first time I've been so strong and clear and being able to willfully, more easily make decisions. So that's shifted and it's building on that.
Okay. Yeah. And so I'm just going to check here. There's anything more we need to look at? No. So it sounds like what you're saying is you want to move, and yet there is a part of you that kind of pulls back from it.
I'm starting to be aware of the loss of leaving.
Right. So there's that kind of push and pull. It's like moving towards and then a little bit of like contracting back.
Yeah.
Contracting
back is good. It's not like I've stopped, but I've slowed down or something. You know.
Yeah. And that's understandable because, as you mentioned, with every transition, there is a loss in that transition, even though it's something that you're looking forward to moving towards. It also means leaving some old friends behind, leaving the home, that you've
leaving a state, I mean, leaving a lot that's familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you're stepping into the unknown, right?
Yeah. And I can always add strength for that. But I feel strong enough to do that now.
Mm-hmm. So let's see how we're going to approach this. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're moving toward what you want, but you're also feeling a sense of loss of what you're having to let go of.
Right. And it's also awareness that I have to do this. I'm doing this, I don't like saying alone, but on my own.
Oh, okay.
Very aware that I'm doing it on my own. I don't have family to call to help me,
Right.
You've just done it on your own, which is okay. Because I've learned to ask for help, or, I'm finally okay with that, I guess.
Okay. So I'm just going to check. There's anything more we need to look at here? No, so we have it here. Okay. So say, I'm moving toward what I want.
I'm moving toward what I want.
And I feel a sense of loss.
And I feel a sense of loss.
At what I'm leaving behind.
At what I'm leaving behind.
I feel a push toward what I want.
I feel a push toward what I want.
And I feel a pulling back from what I want.
And I feel a pulling back from what I want.
Yeah. And you're resonating with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that's natural. I think everybody does that. And it creates like an inner conflict sometimes. And anxiety.
You have to be careful. It really can.
Yeah.
I think for this time, I'm much clearer. But that's really where the inner conflict is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when we're in inner conflict, it's like that.
Takes your energy. It sucks your energy.
It takes a lot of energy to sort of like be in that push me, pull you. And it creates a sense of anxiety too.
It can, absolutely.
Yeah. So we need to check this. Yeah. So say I have to do this on my own.
I have to do this on my own.
Yeah. And you're resonating with that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then there's an intention that we need to identify. Yeah. So what do you want instead of this situation? What would you be your highest intention?
Well, seeing the obstacles removed easily, like a flow of a river, so that the help I need along the way presents itself.
Right. Good.
I do a statement, a positive affirmation about a river. Let what I do flow from me like a river, no forcing, no holding back.
I'm writing that down.
And then I would visualize that, and that helps with the flow. And
so no forcing, no holding back. Good. Okay. Good. Okay, so I'm going to check. There's something more that is needed in terms of the intention. No. Okay. So let's check this. Say the help I need along the way presents itself.
The help I need along the way presents itself.
Yeah, and you're not resonating.
No.
With that.
Okay. Okay. How strong you say it.
Yeah, right. Let's check you for this intention. So say I let what I do flow.
I let what I do flow.
From me like a river.
From me like a river.
Free of forcing.
Free of forcing
and holding back.
and holding back.
Yeah,
Not yet.
not yet.
Little holding back there.
Yeah, right.
Procrastination, maybe? That's
And so-
considered holding back.
So it's interesting that you are saying this as an affirmation, which is great,
Mm-hmm.
because every time you say it,
Mm-hmm.
you're moving towards that. And yet your energy is not quite aligned with it.
Exactly.
Right. So I think that after this session,
Huh.
you're going to notice that either it feels more true for you,
Mm-hmm.
or it just feels like it flows better, because
Mm-hmm.
when we
It's interesting. You say affirmations, but you're not connected to the energy of it.
Yeah.
Explain
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
you're not resonating with it. So it's a great affirmation, but you're not resonating with it. And so that might also be part of the push me, pull you, moving
Yeah.
towards and back. Because when your energy is totally aligned, it's like a laser all moving in the same direction.
Right. Because my head knows, but
Right.
I've been tired and laggy and that. So you get the two together.
Yeah.
And you believe it. Wow, that's huge. That's a great example.
Yeah. Excellent. Good. So there's a negative belief that we need to identify here. Yeah. So
Mhm.
let's see what that is. Okay. So it's something from the list, and there are 51 options. Okay. So I'm just going to check. So it's more than one. No. So it's something from 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Yeah. 21 to 25, 26, 27. I blame myself for what happened.
What?
Does that?
No, doesn't
Make
make sense. No.
And we don't know what happened.
That doesn't make sense. Wow.
Yeah.
No, doesn't make sense. But
Yeah. So just take a little pause, okay? And we don't know what this is referring to.
I know it might be Tigger.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Oh. Leanne's cat got hit by a car.
And that's what I blame myself. And that's been my huge loss during COVID, whereas other people have lost people. I lost my support.
Yeah, you lost your kitty.
My kitty was my support.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing, because that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I couldn't protect him well enough. It felt like, and he snuck out, but it was my responsibility to protect him.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
I know, right?
It is, yeah.
I know. Yeah. I had some tissues here. But I don't know where they went. Sorry about that. Okay.
So how does it relate?
Yeah.
Group? It must be huge.
There's some self-blame. And, the other thing is, I think a lot of us carry self-blame on some level. And even in terms of making a choice that we want, that moves us towards what we want, and then we have to let go of what we have, which puts us in that push me, pull you, uncomfortable inner conflict. And it's kind of like, well, if it's your choice, it's your responsibility. And, we blame ourselves too. Right?
Yeah.
Like, because there's a fine line between self-responsibility and self-blame. It's like on a continuum.
That's really different wording, isn't it?
Yeah.
I take responsibility versus I take blame.
Yeah.
Huge shift.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's check this. Say, I blame myself for what happened.
I blame myself for what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that goes to the pit of the stomach.
Yeah. So you feel that in your...
Yeah.
So let's take a little pause. And I just want to...
real deep.
Yeah. So just sit with that and just feel that pit in your stomach. And what's the emotion that's there?
Oh, it's deep, deep, deep sadness.
Deep sadness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how do you know it's sadness?
Because I loved him and I lost to love. So it's sadness. It's not depression. Because
Yeah.
I could cry. It's just,
Yeah.
how do I know? Yeah. Because I miss him.
Yeah. And so focus in on the physical sensation, because so often when we are doing energy work, we think about in terms of energy being sort of out in the field. But these patterns of energy also live in the body. Right. And so when you can really connect with it on that visceral, physical level, that brings a really grounded transformation.
So what am I looking for?
So just allow yourself to feel that sadness there in the pit of your stomach. And what else do you notice there?
Well, what came up was this loss of joy.
Loss of joy.
I had a source of joy always, every day.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm not as light.
It's not as light. So it feels, maybe, does it feel heavy there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Stuck.
And stuck.
Yeah.
And so again, focus in on that heavy, stuck sadness, loss of joy, and just notice, is there a color connected with that?
It just, the word green came in.
Okay. And can you get a sense of, is it like a dull green, or is it?
It's like a bright
green.
Bright green.
Okay.
Not quite lime green, more between that and grass green, but
Okay.
brilliant.
Yeah, a brilliant green. And does the sadness and the loss of joy have a shape or a texture? You said it was heavy.
Almost like a heavy beanbag. It's weighing you down. It's just weighing you down, slowing you down, pulling you down. It's like a beanbag. It's heavy.
Okay. Good. So you're really getting a sense of it and connecting with it.
Yeah, because it feels big.
It feels like, how big?
I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 beanbags.
Okay. Yeah.
It's in that gut area.
Yeah. So there's that heavy, even though it's a bright green, it's heavy, it's big. Yeah, weighing you down. Yeah.
Well, the green wants to keep it lighter, but it's not. The beanbags are darker.
What color are the green, are the beanbags?
Just seems like black.
Okay, yeah. So again, there's that sort of push me, pull you. The green is there trying to lighten it up.
Yeah.
On the one hand, but the beanbag is sitting like a weight, dragging you down.
You can't get fully through.
So it's, again, that push me, pull you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just stick with that. And as you focus in on that dark beanbag, what else do you notice?
Well, according to the session, if I breathe into it and don't blame myself, it eases. It needs, the area needs to be loved, forgiven, to soften.
Yeah. And it's interesting about the green, because the green is the color of the heart chakra, that healing love. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel it shifting through breathing. It's just like getting lighter.
Good.
The air is able to go up.
Okay.
Goes for the green to go down.
Okay, good. And so what I want you to do is just focus in on the heavy bean bag and just notice what happens to that.
As I breathe, the rays of green start to go down.
Okay. And notice what's happening in your legs, focusing on your thighs. And what do you notice there?
I just feel lighter.
Okay, yeah. And do you notice any tingling or?
A little on the right side.
Okay, good, good. So just bring your attention there. And then just notice what it feels like in your knees and in your shins and your calves. And what do you notice there?
Well, I notice that I notice them more now that there's not such a deep holding in the stomach.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
And now bring your attention to your feet. And what do you notice in your feet? Is there any kind of maybe any warmth or tingling or?
There's some warmth if they're really grounded.
Good, good, good. Excellent. And so that is also the energy moving down and grounding, right? And when we're grounded, it gives us more capacity to hold these big emotions, to hold the sadness, the lack of joy. And a lot of times we feel like we need to let it go or release it. But sometimes all you really need to do is create the space to hold it. Because it is a part of your experience.
Yeah.
And acknowledging that can bring a sense of relief. That's like, yeah, you know what? I had a loss.
And I got a lot out of the time.
Yeah.
You switch.
Yeah.
But you have to let go of the gut wrenching.
And when you create the space in your body to hold that loss, that feeling of loss and sadness, then it's not as gut wrenching because it's a bigger space.
And it's not a tight space.
And it also flows out so the rest of your field is holding it as well.
Huge point.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of it like
that. So it's not like this tight, constrained pit.
Right.
It's
so we've opened our field too by doing that.
Yeah.
Huge.
Good. Okay. Good. So let's see what we need to do next. Okay. How are you doing?
Good. Just wiping my mascara.
Yeah. So there's another negative belief we need to look at. And this one could be a family belief, societal belief.
Okay.
And it's something from the list here, and it's something from 1 through 5, 6 through 10. It's number 6. It's the first one. It's the second one. It's the third. So what came up is why bother? It's useless.
That just makes me laugh. What's useless? Well,
you don't know. Right.
Well, I mean, I have noticed as I've gotten older, and it's some things, why bother? Why waste my energy on certain things? I don't know how that's construed, because that can be sarcastic, that can be a healthy thing, or it can be very negative.
Right. And in this context,
It's negative.
it's a negative.
Right.
And it could be a family belief. It could be a societal belief that was imprinted.
Probably connected to my brother.
Ah, yeah. And so why bother? It's useless. There's like a hopelessness in there. It's kind of like, that lack of will.
It's the thing of, if I put out the energy, is it going to make a difference on the other end?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be a reciprocation?
Yeah.
Because I want reciprocal and mutuality now, and that's difficult with my brother. There's not that mutuality and that back and forth communication. It's all me.
Right.
So why bother?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And you can see how that kind of a why bother is almost like a kind of like a giving up, like a loss of relationship,
Right.
which piles on another loss.
Well, in thinking about it, it's worth bothering, but I've been,
Right.
it's probably still in my field.
Yeah.
Because I've just thought about, I need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's check this. So say, why bother? It's useless.
Why bother? It's useless.
Yeah. And you're resonating with that. Yeah.
Anyone relate?
Right. Right. Yeah. And so you can also see how that would tie into that moving towards and then kind of pulling back.
Yeah. Because there's decisions on every place. Why bother? And
Right.
and I'm thinking, when you're moving, there's certain things you want to do with people and connections and make the effort. But that why bother with my brothers?
Yeah. Yeah. So just take a pause, okay? And again, just connect in with your body and just notice, where do you feel that in your body?
I think it's in my shoulders.
And whereabouts in your shoulders?
Maybe back here.
Okay. On both sides?
Yeah. It's like a weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just feel that. And what's the emotion that's connected with that weight there? That why bother weight?
It's disappointment, I think.
Yeah.
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 Heavy disappointment.
Yeah. So just allow yourself to feel that. Because it is disappointing. Yeah.
Well, it drags you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's maybe on the continuum of loss.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, again, is there a color that's connected with that weight, or a shape, or a consistency?
It's more like the ox thing, just holding. It's heavy.
Like a yoke.
Like a yoke.
A yoke of disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah. A heavy yoke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think of.
No wonder it's hard sometimes to move forward towards what you want if you're laboring under that yoke.
Well, there's no support there.
Right. You are supporting it. It's not supporting you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So just allow yourself to feel that weight, that disappointment, that yoke that weighs you down. And as you allow yourself to feel it, what happens?
I choose to take the yoke off.
And how does that happen?
I realized it's really not mine. It's not my yoke.
It's not your yoke.
I already held the yoke for the family. It's not mine anymore. I'm leaving it behind.
Okay.
I'm setting it down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And as you set down the yoke, what happens with the disappointment?
It really lightens. Kind of dissipates.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So just allow that disappointment to lighten up. Maybe even like move your shoulders a little bit. Yeah. Get a little freedom in there. Yeah. Good.
Mm.
Blow it out. Nice. Good. Good. Yeah.
Mm. I see that yolk on the ground and it's staying there.
Nice. Good. Good.
It's good to have a visual.
Yeah. Good. And also to get a visceral sense of it too.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at it and you go, oh yeah.
Because you've been carrying that in your body.
For a long time.
Yeah.
It's the responsibility of the family that I carried after my parents died.
Yeah.
And by moving on, letting go of it.
Right. Right.
Which is really important for me.
Yeah. It's your time now. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
And getting comfortable with really saying it's okay.
Right. Free of any self-blame.
That's really me. It's okay. I don't have to be responsible like I was.
Yeah. Yeah. You did your duty.
Yeah. I can take it from my will. It's all about you strengthening your will. I don't know how people do it when they have to do so much, but I'm not divided.
Yeah. Right.
So my will can be stronger. I didn't think of it that way, but it's absolutely true.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So I'm just going to check here. We need to ask this. Okay. So this is from your mother, actually. So if your mother gave you a negative belief, what do you imagine that might be?
Oh, let me think of this. Oh, it was something about you're not doing it the right way. Do it my way. And there was criticism about my body. So I didn't look right. And she was a self-esteem buster. She was undermining and sabotaging to the way I did things, because I did things differently than her.
Which is a real confidence drain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's check this. There's anything more? No. So let's check this. So say, I don't look right.
I don't look right.
I'm not doing it the right way.
I'm not doing it the right way.
I have to do it my mother's way.
Oh, God, I have to do it my mother's way. It's on?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The things you think you let go of.
Seriously.
It's still there?
It's still there. Yeah.
Wow.
And you can see how having that pattern still resonating feeds into the moving forward. Oh, I'm not doing it right. I got to do this with my mother. I'm pulling back because I'm not doing it right.
I guess it's got to be very visceral because I don't think it.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I mean, like, these heavy patterns are ingrained. It's not as much awareness.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's, I think, is the beauty of this process is that it brings to your awareness.
Yeah. A pattern, and you go, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
So just take a little pause, okay, and just notice where in your body does that pattern live? I don't look right. I'm not doing it right. I have to do it my mother's way. Where do you feel that? In your heart.
Feels real damaging.
Wow. Yeah.
Very damaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just focus in there. And is it like actually in the physical heart, or is it in the muscles? Is it in the ribs around the heart? Where do you notice it?
I just noticed it, where I feel my heart. Doesn't feel in it. It feels like a cover or something. I don't know. It's only part of it. I don't. I guess the heart the seat of being, because it hit very deep.
So the heart, when you look at it through the lens of the chakras, the heart gives you the inspiration to move into action. The heart gives you the inspiration to engage the will of the solar plexus. And without the inspiration, it's hard to get excited. It's hard to get motivated. It's hard to get moving. Or it could be that we move into action, but we're not quite sure like why we're doing it. The heart kind of gives you the why, the big why that helps to clarify your intention. So you know like how to engage the will. Like, what am I actually doing here?
It's also about the ability, just like questioning my ability. And me having the heart confidence that I've built, not that, because I was told a different message, but I've built it. That's somewhat the push and pull again.
Yeah. And you can also think of heart as courage.
Definitely.
Courage comes from the French, the core, which is the heart.
Well, that's what's pulled me through is courage.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so
courage.
Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of us do is, we rely on our courage and our will to sort of power through. But if we can align the heart with some inspiration, then it lightens it up. It gives it some enthusiasm.
Absolutely. It's so much easier and it flows. The enthusiasm. Yeah. I don't want this process to be drudgery.
Right. Yeah. You're making a huge life change, and it can be exciting and
inspiring. You're not draining.
Exactly.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So there's anything we need to look at from this section here. Yeah. So there's a disharmonious note. So we've been identifying these patterns using the language of words, right? Now we're going to get even more specific and use the language of numbers.
Okay.
And these numbers correspond to what we know as musical notes.
All right.
Okay. Because if you think of a frequency is sound and light patterns. And what is sound? Musical notes. Yeah. Okay. So the note that we need to switch off, the disharmonious note, is between C and E. It's C, C sharp, it's D. So that's the note. Note of D relates to the pelvic chakra. And so we've talked about the heart, which you get the inspiration. Talked about the solar plexus, gives you the will to move into action. And then the pelvic chakra is where the creation actually takes place.
Cool. We need all of them.
Yeah. And the pelvic chakra also relates to these unconscious patterns and family patterns and unconscious emotions.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
That's the negative side of the creativity.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and ultimately engaging the heart, getting the inspiration, engage your will, move into creation brings you to the root chakra where you manifest your intention in the world.
Great. That makes sense.
Yeah. So right now you're in the creation phase. You're getting your house ready to sell. You're deciding what to take with you, what not to, what's going to go into storage.
Right.
All of this creation kind of stuff to set stage for the actual move, which is going to be the root chakra, manifesting all of this.
Okay, but to have the energy to get to that.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. Cool. Okay. So the note of D, we need to switch it off. Okay. So 293.66 cycles per second. That's the exact frequency. Yeah. So we're checking the note of D at its exact disharmonious frequency range. So say 293.
293.
0.66
0.66
cycles per second.
cycles per second.
Yeah, and you're resonating with that. Okay.
No, I'm not supposed to be resonating.
No, we're gonna switch that off.
I'm gonna switch it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now there's a coherent belief that we need to focus on.
Yeah.
So the coherent belief that's needed is from the list, and it's from 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 6, 7, 8. I have so much to give.
Yes, a positive one.
Yeah. And that, if you think about, that is, that gives you the sense of purpose. It brings meaning to your life.
Amen. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It brings joy. It puts you into relationship with other people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a big part of the move, is to have bigger community, more relationships.
Yeah.
And create things.
Yeah.
The social worker thing could be
right.
The yoga.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And it also brings into balance the over responsibility that empaths often feel.
Yeah.
I have so much to give, therefore it's my duty to give it all.
Right.
Even to the point of depleting myself. Right.
No more.
So this is bringing it into a healthy balance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Okay. So let's check this. Say, I have so much to give.
I have so much to give.
Yeah, you're not resonating with it.
I can say it well, but
yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to shift it all.
Yeah. So then there's a positive family or societal belief that we need. Yeah. Okay. So it's something here from the list from 1 through 5. Number 1, number 2. Interesting. You can open yourself to others' life-enhancing beliefs.
Huh. Just says I'm open, I guess. Life-enhancing beliefs.
Yeah.
As long as it says enhancing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And so I think for a lot of us, the family and the societal beliefs are kind of like your mother. Like, if you're not doing it her way, you're doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And some of the societal beliefs are like that too.
Absolutely. You can definitely see that today in the world, where there's, like polar opposite beliefs. And if you're not on board with my belief, then you're wrong.
Right.
Right. But being able to open yourself to others' life-enhancing beliefs increases your capacity to relate to people, to move into relationship with people.
Right. Yeah. Instead of the judgment.
Yeah.
It shuts, you can see it closes, but you're open and
and you're going to be moving to a different part of the country where
people are friendlier, but there's also,
they're not going to be doing things the way we do it here in Boston.
No. There's a lot of Northerners, but there'll be the Southern influence, right? So that'll be interesting to watch.
So having
being open is important.
Right. So you're not comparing like, oh, that's not how we do in Boston.
No.
You're kind of like, oh, okay, I can see you guys do it this way.
I'm ready to slow down a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So this sounds like a really nice foundation.
Just,
I'm open to new experiences, people, ideas, beliefs.
Life enhancing.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm just going to check. So this is as if you're hearing this from your mother. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say this to you as if you're hearing it from your mother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And then I'll check your resonance with taking that in. Okay. So proxying for your mother, you can open yourself to others' life-enhancing beliefs. Yeah.
It's weird to think of my mother saying,
yeah, she wouldn't have said that, right?
No.
Yeah.
Be careful. Don't go too far.
Right. Right. Totally different. Okay. So I'm just going to check here. We also need at this time the harmonious note. Yeah. So now we're going to identify what's the note that's needed to bring these patterns into harmony.
Oh, okay.
So we've identified that there was a disharmonious frequency in the D. And so let's see what the harmonious frequency is that's needed. It's between C and F. It's C, C sharp. Okay. So C sharp is in between the pelvic chakra and the root chakra, right?
Wow.
So moving you forward into your manifestation.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay. So
that's cool to see the process. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so we're going to check the note of C sharp at its exact harmonious frequency range. So say 277.
277.18
0.18 cycles per second.
cycles per second.
Okay, so it looks like you're resonating with that. So I'm going to check it umbilically at a core level.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and it's off at a core level.
So we want the core level.
Yeah.
So that, can you explain that, how you resonate, but it's not the core level?
Yeah, so you can be resonating with something kind of like surface wise, but like when you go really deeper into your core, it's like a flat line. There's like no energy. You're holding like the opposite.
And the core, like we've been talking about, is where it comes up into your being. You need it.
Yeah.
Okay. Grounded.
So at the core level, it's probably societal or family patterns, could be past life, could be something from very early in your development, infancy or childhood. So it's an old pattern.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So let's change those old patterns. Yeah. Especially when you know you created them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the modalities. So now we're going to make an input into your field and into the group field to shift these patterns for you and for everybody else. Okay, so I'm just going to check to see what we need here. So we have a lot of options. So the option that's needed, let's see, it's something from A, B, C, something from D, something from E. So we're going to do a breathing pattern. Okay. And what's needed is something from 1 through 5, 6 through 10. It's number 6, it's number 7, it's number 8, it's number 9. The cleansing breath.
Aha.
Yeah.
That's a good breath, however you do it.
Yeah.
That's what breath is really all about.
Right. Yeah.
We don't think of it like that. But it's really about cleansing and keeping purified. And the more oxygen you have, the healthier you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a great one. Okay. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes, bring your attention down into your feet. And you're going to inhale through the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in, you're sweeping up the energy. So it's moving from your feet up your legs, up your torso. And then you're going to blow it out, blowing out all the constricted energy with it. And so you can do this at home too, as you're following along with us here. And that's complete. Okay, good. That's complete. Great. Okay. So we did the cleansing breath. So that's a really, really simple way to move your energy, to release constrictions.
Yeah.
And yet when you put your intention and your will,
it happens.
It happens. It's
Yeah.
very powerful.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So now there's another breath that's needed. No, there's another modality. Yeah, okay. So we'll see what's needed now.
Wow.
So there's something needed from A, B. Okay, we're going to do something from sound.
Okay.
And the sound that's needed is something here from 1 through 5. It's number 1. We're going to do the ha sound for heart connection.
Aha.
Yeah. So this is,
That
again,
makes sense.
yeah,
It really does.
to activate the heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Sounding's huge for the chakras.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So the ha sound, this is associated with the heart meridian. Okay. And you can think of the heart meridian as like the emperor of the realm, the empress of the realm, right? Oversees everything, sets the agenda, the intention, also knows how to delegate.
Yeah.
Right? Because the empress doesn't do it all herself.
Oh, I like that.
Right? She knows what needs to be done. And then she finds the people to delegate to.
Delegate. Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So it's about having that connection with the truth of your heart, what you need, finding the support you need, the relationships. It's about joy, connection, warmth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great that we're there.
Yeah. So this sound helps you to reconnect to your loving heart energy. So this is a really simple modality to do. You're just going to breathe in through your nose and then you breathe out through your mouth with a long That's complete. Yeah. Yeah. So just take a little pause and just
That's great.
notice what that feels like.
Really energizing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel tingling down my arms.
Nice. Yeah, because the palms are the subchakras to the heart. And so a lot of the energy gets stuck in the hands and the arms.
Oh, really?
Opening up the palms lets that.
That's how the
flow
Reiki
out.
works.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Nice. Good. Good. Okay. So there's another modality that's needed. No.
I should hope not. We did a lot. Wow.
Yeah. I'm just going to have a little sip of water. So now we're going to go back and recheck the statements to confirm what has shifted. So now we've identified what needs to shift. We've identified how it's going to shift by doing the breathing, the sound,
And
making it
notes.
and the notes. Yeah, making an input of energy into the field to shift it. So now we'll go back and confirm. Okay.
Right. Now, are these the things that you would say would be good affirmations for people to use going forward?
Yep. The positive ones can be affirmations that you can use. Yep. I wouldn't focus on the negative because you don't want to reinforce those.
But the positive ones can carry you.
Yeah. That's like a nice positive action after the session to sort of keep it in your awareness, to ground it more into your experience.
Because then it's easier for it to become a part of you because you've done the session and you're open to it.
Right.
You can integrate it more easily.
Yeah. Okay. So say, I'm moving toward what I want.
I'm moving toward what I want.
And I feel a sense of loss.
And I feel a sense of loss.
At what I'm leaving behind.
At what I'm leaving behind.
I feel a push toward what I want.
I feel a push toward what I want.
And I feel a pulling back from what I want.
And I feel a pulling back from what I want.
Yeah, and you're not resonating with that.
That's good.
And just notice what that feels like.
Much lighter. Oh my.
Yeah.
Just lighter.
Can you feel the push and the pull?
I don't really feel it right now, no.
Okay. Good.
No, energy's flowing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Excellent. Good. Okay. Say, I have to do this on my own.
I have to do this on my own. That's all.
Yeah.
Just gonna get all these people lined up. They're just gonna help.
Yeah.
Little elves.
Yeah. Yep, the Empress knows how to delegate to her realm to get things done.
Oh, I like that. It's
Yeah.
a great visual. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So say the help I need along the way presents itself.
The help I need along the way presents itself.
Good.
Yay, that's
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Yeah. And this is like a part of that, right?
Yeah.
That this opportunity presented itself, that you could be here with me.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
Amen. Yeah.
So say, I let what I want. Well, sorry, I gotta read my own writing here. I let what I do flow from me.
I let what I do flow from me.
Like a river.
Like a river.
Free of forcing.
Free of forcing.
Or holding.
Or holding.
Good.
Yay, yay, yay.
Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And say, I blame myself for what happened.
I blame myself for what happened.
You're not resonating with that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. What did that feel like as you said it?
Still a little sad, but
Yeah.
kind of letting go.
Yeah.
I don't feel the heaviness in the gut.
Yeah.
I mean, those, thinking of heavy bean bags,
Yeah.
really dense.
Yeah. So you're able to feel the sadness,
But it's not dense.
but it's not dense. It's not overwhelming.
right.
It's not weighing you down.
No.
Because sadness is a natural emotion. We all feel sad at some time.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
if it's too much, it could be like a rock, and then, you know, if you're prone to depression, then you can get confused.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
cumulative. It can be get out of control.
Especially if we try to push it away. But allowing yourself to feel it opens the space, the capacity to hold it in a way that doesn't weigh you down, doesn't drive you into depression.
If you have
So-
enough space for it,
Yeah.
and that's called with the allowing.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. And that's what we did when you were, noticing where in your body, we're opening the space literally in your body to hold these emotions,
Oh, wow.
these natural human emotions.
So it's huge. So you're accepting what is, but you're shifting the how we're holding.
Yeah.
It's accepting what is. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So say, why bother? It's useless.
Why bother? It's useless.
Yeah. And
That's
you're not
all.
resonating with that. Good.
I didn't feel like that.
Okay. And say, I don't look right.
I don't look right.
I'm not doing it the right way.
I'm not doing it the right way.
I have to do it my mother's way.
Oh dear, I have to do it my mother's way. That's off.
Yeah.
Okay, Nancy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, this was checking the note of D at its exact disharmonious frequency range. Say 293.66
293.66
cycles per second.
cycles per second. We're on.
Yeah, good.
Huh?
Yeah. And say, I have so much to give.
I have so much to give.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the right way.
in the right
With
way.
boundaries.
Right, in a
With
way.
intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the way that creates relationship but doesn't drain you.
Right, and it's something about your well-being.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that.
Enhancing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get to that next. Okay.
So this is if you're hearing this from your mother. Okay. You can open yourself to others' life-enhancing beliefs. Yeah. And what did you notice as you heard it that time from your mother?
It just went right to the heart.
In it.
It just, I mean, I was able to receive it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it wasn't like an arrow in the heart. It was like a nourishing.
Nourishing is a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference of when you're resonating with it and when you're not.
Oh, you feel the nourishment.
Yeah. That's great.
Mm.
Good. Okay. And then we're checking the note of C sharp at its exact harmonious frequency range. Say 277.18
277.18
cycles per second.
cycles per second.
And you're resonating with
And
that.
resonating with the, was it C plus?
C sharp.
C sharp.
Good. So just take a couple of breaths. And just notice what it feels like. You might notice some energy still moving down your arms or out through your feet. You might notice those heavy bean bags are gone, the yolk is gone.
Gone.
Maybe more space inside.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Arms lighter.
Okay. So there's anything more that's needed from the session? No, the session's complete.
Session is complete.
Great.
It's complete.
Great.
Well, thank
Good.
you. This has been wonderful.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being so open and courageous to sit in the seat of transformation.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I've always wanted to know more. I got to advance from Gateway to Grace to a session.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm going to go home and be a different person.
Yeah.
Getting ready.
Yeah.
I'm going, Liz, maybe this happened.
Yeah. You'll be calling me up. Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Okay. So I'm just going to open it up. Any questions or comments? You can unmute yourself and let's see if we put it on gallery view here. So Henny?
Yeah, thank you very much. It was profound healing session, and thank you both.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Great, great. Thank you, Annette.
I'm totally blown away, and I see it in your face, Leanne, and you're just so much lighter, and I feel, I feel that looking at you, and it really came through. Liz, your work is really interesting. I loved it, and just I feel as an empath lighter as I connected. Leanne, thank you.
Oh, good, because this is Nancy's first time here.
Yes, thank you.
Great, great. Good, good. And I also just want to mention one of our regular participants, Starlight, emailed me and said that her brother had passed away this morning. And, this whole dealing with loss, seemed very appropriate for her as well as for Leanne. And I know I can also relate. So yeah. So the field anticipates what we need.
Yeah. And it's wider now.
Yeah. So yeah, great. Yes, Tisha.
Wanted to share some of the synchronicities from the whole thing. So normally my cat does not sit in with me, and I had my cat participate in the repatterning, and I thought it was really funny because when it finished, she literally just walked off. And then the chakras, I did a sound bowl session for myself last night, and I left the bowls out, but I don't know if you can see them. They're all right there. It's the heart, the solar, and the root.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then as you know from that last repatterning, I'm grieving the loss of like 3 different friendships, 2 living and 1 person that passed. So it was all so beautifully spot on.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Great. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. So
Chills. I just got chills looking at your bowls.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. Did you want to say anything?
Oh, I just thank you. I've known Liz for a number of years and really have come to really trust the repatterning process. It's really changed my energy a lot. It shifted, and a lot of it's been because I've known Liz, but the gateway to grace is something that makes a huge difference in my life. So I'm very honored to be part of it today. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, so we'll be back next month. I do these on a monthly basis. And if you go to my website at liztobin.com, you can get on the mailing list and I'll send out the reminders. I also do the Gateway to Grace Facebook group. I put the reminders there as well. So you can join that if you'd rather get your reminders on Facebook. So thank you, everybody. This has just been really an honor to be here with you again. And Have a great month.
Have a great month.
Have a great
Keep it
month.
light. Yeah. Light and inspired. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
That was
Bye.
amazing. That was really amazing. I don't know how you know how to go to what or what or what, but like I